What up, sinners? Infinite Sin back with another reaction. How are you doing today? We just got done with Are You Happy Now? I'm about to do If I Ruled the World, and this is going to be the second song that I haven't heard on this album. The first one was We On. I enjoyed that song. I didn't like it at first, but I enjoyed it after the fact of breaking it down and whatnot. I'm going to record videos until I run out of energy today, and usually when we do songs, I tend to put forth a lot of effort into them, and you guys know my videos tend to be super long, way longer than any other YouTuber I know of, and so we'll see how I feel at the end of this. Hopefully I have enough energy to do one more or two more, would be wonderful, but you know, we're just gonna pace ourselves. We don't want to run ourselves ragged. Grammys are coming up, and I want to make sure that I have all my focus and all my energy ready for that moment when it comes up. And I will be doing more videos tomorrow too, so I don't want to burn myself out too fast, if that makes sense. Hi, if you're new, I'm Infinite Sin. We listen to BTS videos here. What we do is we do a listen through, we do a lyrical analysis, and if there's anything extra, I'll put it on at the end, and we just sit back and enjoy it, kind of get the full circle of the song and see if we connect to it. And if at the end we do, we put it on the playlist and it stays there. My playlist is growing, slowly but surely, over 50 songs. Think about this, a year ago, I didn't even know one. I didn't even know one song. And if I remember correctly, our year anniversary is coming up either this next week or this next month. I'll have to double check. I don't remember when I did my Black Swan video. I think it was like April something. There's neither here nor there. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Drop me a comment. Check out the links in the description. And hopefully I'll see you around more often. But without any further ado, we're going to get the listen through part started. Let's get this bread.
If I rule the world, I do it all. West side till I die. Give me the real hook, man. If I rule the world,
I like the beat, dude.
Yeah, it's BTS. If I rule the world, I have it all.
Listen to the sub.
완전히 없어진 인종차별. 유아피엔 Asian Caucasian girls. 그리고 with Owens and Mr. Alexander Wang and Shane O'Leary. 평생 만들게 해 김남준 collection. 옷 색깔이 까만 check it out. 이제 좀 마저 들어. Music turn it up.
Alright. I like the beat. It's got a very like fat pat sound to it.
세상의 모든 여자들 나 위에 ready to die. 남자들 너네 술 가져와. 애는 없어져도 좋아. 어쨌든 여긴 내 왕국이니까.
Sounds like a song about dreams, like what you would do with your fame, kind of beat. Just from what I understand at the moment. It's the vibe I'm getting. Following the schematic.
먼저 난 공인중개사를 찾아가 가족과 함께 살 집을 사고 파 그래 그 다음은 내 장롱면 너 잠에서 깨워줘야지 다른 구동 차를 구입하고 기름을 주입하고 이런 게 무리라도 무이자인 하루라 수시가 도박 그 땅간
This beat, dude, this is a badass beat. Sorry, my language.
그래도 여전히 I'm still 음악이 고파나 힙합계의 김장은이 됐어 우리 음악 말곤 신미래 걸겠어 얼토당토 안 한 꿈이지만 It's my dream 놀리지 마
Alright. This is different, like nice little transition into a different vibe. I would bump this. This is J-Hope. Jumping on to the next part of the schematic. Hear the song, how it changed. With the 90s synth playing in the background, I like that. Very abrupt ending. Like most of their songs tend to have abrupt endings. I feel like the ones that I like usually have abrupt endings. So let's talk about the beat, because like that's at this point in time that's really all we know. You know, like I didn't pay attention to the lyrics that time. We never do when we do a listen through. We're literally just listening to the song and its construction, how it's, you know, put together, and the way that the artist sings to the song. Try to kind of gauge what the song might be about. When I hear this, I think about 90s like hip hop. That's where my head goes. Like I got a real there's an artist from Houston. His name's Fat Pat. If you don't know, go check him out. I'll include a little clip right here. That's the song that I think compares in terms of sound. That's what I'm hearing. And then I hear a lot of the synth in the background, especially during the bridge. They're following the same schematic. We got Namjoon, Suga, and then J-Hope comes in with the bridge, right? That's usually how the schematic works. If it works, it works. There's been very few times that I've seen so far, where they haven't followed that schematic. And I think I noticed it more when I started playing Rhythm Hive, that was what they were doing. And now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. I don't know why. But when I hear this song, I think of an upbeat, let's party jam, you know, maybe talking about their success a little bit more in this one. I'm not sure. We won't know till we bust out the lyrical analysis. But overall, I enjoyed it. I could listen to this in my truck. I would definitely bump this in my truck. I really need to get some subs in my truck so I can just jam out to this and bug people on the road. But overall, I enjoyed what I heard so far. I'm really anxious to go see what the lyrics are about. If you're just here for the reaction, that's really all it's going to be. I like what I hear so far, but I gotta go see what the song's actually saying to me. So, y'all sit tight. I'll be right back. I'm going to pull up the lyrics and we're going to get started on this. Alright, so we're back to check out If I Ruled the World. I was sitting here listening to it in my head thinking like, man, that beat sounds familiar. And then I realized that was the beat they were talking about in Are You Happy Now? And that was the one he couldn't figure out the lyrics to. And now I'm like, okay, I'm really interested in hearing what they have to say in this song now, because like, what did you come up with? What did you guys come up with? Let's see what you guys got done. So if you don't know how this works, what we're going to do is we're going to listen through until we hit the chorus. We'll run through the chorus and then we'll go back and we'll translate everything, or at least talk about it, and see if we can make any kind of connection to it to ourselves, or at least explain it and get a better understanding of what's going on in the song. So let me adjust a few things. There we go. And we'll go ahead and get started, guys.
West side till I die. Give me the real hook, man. If I rule the world, yeah, I do it all. Yeah, it's BTS. And we do it. If I rule the world, I have it all. 남자라면 똑같겠지, pretty girls. 완전히 없어진 인종차별. European, Asian, Caucasian girls. 그리고 with Owens and Mr. Alexander Wang and Shane O'Lever. 평생 만들게 해 김남준 collection. 옷 색깔이 까만색으로 이제 좀 마저 들어. Music, turn it up. 지루해져 후위는 콧구녕. 노래 만들어 들려 지구상 모든 사람들에게 불쾌해 노래 제목은 애국가 이쁜 여자들에게 파묻혀 TV를 봐 세상의 모든 여자들 나 위에 ready to die 남자들 너네 술 가져와 일행 없어져도 좋아 어쨌든 여긴 내 왕국이니까
I love the sound of this beat, man. It's so good. Alright, so that's up to the chorus. And it's funny how, like, captivating this beat pulls you in, like, it just pulls you into the song, and, like, you don't even really need to know the lyrics to enjoy it. So, we'll get started with the beginning. It says, if I ruled the world, I'd do it all. If I ruled the world, I'd do it all. Then call outs to the West Side on that. I don't know if that's meant to be just, like, the slang of the genre, or if that's meant to actually be, calling out to us Westerners in the world, but it's you know it comes hand in hand usually. It's a whole 90s thing, West Side East Side battles. If you know, you know. All right. It says if I ruled the world, I'd have it all. Any man would want the same. Pretty girls completely disappears. Racism, European, Asian, Caucasian girls, I have them. And then I'd call Rick Owens and I don't even want to butcher this name. Demulmeister, Alexander Wang, and Shane Oliver. Now, I don't know who those people are, and forgive me for not doing my research on that, but this is an opportunity for you guys to educate me. If you could please put those names in the comments and let me know who they are, where they're from, and why they're so important to this song. But the beginning of this says, any man would want the same. To have the world at your fingertips. Pretty girls, racism not even a thing, because it wouldn't matter, you know, who you are. If you're a fan and you're on top of the world and you're the fan of said person on top of the world, it's not gonna matter what your race is. It shouldn't matter what your race is to begin with. But basically saying all women, not just a particular genre. Given where they're coming from in the world and the stigma behind what they're doing, I would assume that the stereotype would be like, oh, well, I bet they get all the Asian women. No, man. They're going to get everybody because you're on top of the world, right? And proof is in the pudding today, right? Worldwide sensation, and I don't think it would really matter what your race is, you know. They've achieved every race, every facet, every nation. So I think that's what they're trying to say is it's like, oh, let's look beyond, you know, simple labels and ethnicities. So I have them, I'll have them make Kim Namjoon collection for life. What does that mean? I'll have them make Kim Namjoon collection for life. Like maybe they'll always have him in the playlist or in their top priorities of music. I'll have black for the color of the clothes. Now it's finally satisfying. That doesn't make sense. What? And it says music, turn it up. Why? I'll have black for the color of the clothes. Now it's finally satisfying. What does that mean? I'd pick my nose out of boredom. I'd write a song and make everyone on earth sing it. The title of the song would be Love Anthem. And this is presumably a song of seeking love, is a pun, which is the Korean of this symbol, which is aguka, Korean national anthem. Literally means song of loving the nation. So basically, instead of loving the nation, it'd be like a love anthem, like a song dictating love for either the world or for the group. I'd watch TV buried in pretty girls like you see in movies. All the girls of the world, for me, they're ready to die. Basically army. Guys, you go bring the alcohol. It's okay if you just disappear too, because this is my kingdom anyway. So this is like stereotypical like hip hop vibes going on right now from what I'm feeling. I could be completely off base, but that's what I'm feeling. When I think about this, I think about like all the movies I've seen where you guys have seen, if you have seen the movie like All Eyes on Me, or like what's another movie, Walk Hard. They all have scenes where they wake up and they're just under a pile of women essentially, and there's drugs and alcohol everywhere. If I ruled the world, why would you sing about alcohol and that kind of stuff? Anyway, if I ruled the world, I'd do it all. I said 1 for the money, 2 for the money. If I ruled the world, I'd do it all. 1 for the money, 2 for the money. Now this is just a catchy hip hop beat, and at this point in time when I think about this song, I'm like, what? This is so different from what you normally write about. Maybe because of it being their younger days and them just coming up, and they have such high aspirations for themselves that this is the kind of stuff that, this is the kind of stuff that when you're not famous and you want to be a famous singer, that I would assume you dream about, right? Like, I mean, as a guy, I don't know what women would sing about. Not that there's really any difference, but just the fact that this is from a guy's perspective. I don't know what the woman's perspective would be. Would it be the same? Would it be different? Like, is this just a song? Like, was this just written just to be written? He did complain about not being able to figure anything out after 2 hours. So maybe this was just written to, I can't really think of anything meaningful to write at the moment. So I'm just going to write a feel-good song, or like an upbeat song that everyone can kind of relate to. This is a typical like hip hop culture based song for me. Alright, so it says, though I know it doesn't even make sense. We'll see. At least I'm not the only one, right? I'm still trying singing this naive song. If I ruled the world, sometimes I dream. If I ruled the world, I'd first want to go to, wait, am I too far? Did I go too far? I think I did. Okay, yeah. Anyway. So there we go. We'll backtrack it a little bit and we'll talk about this. So we just read the part that basically confirms how kind of naive this song is. So let's listen through the rest. 내가 만약 세상을 지배한다면 일단 먼저 난 공인중개사를 찾아가 가족과 함께 살 집을 사고파 그래 그 다음은 내 장롱면 너 잠에서 깨워줘야지 다른 구동 차를 구입하고 기름을 주입하고 이런 게 무리라도 무이자인 할부로 주식과 도박 그딴 건 안 하고파 세상을 지배했는데 왜 그리 꿈이 소박하냐는 질문은 많아 박한 식구들과 그래도 여전히 I'm still 음악이 고파 난 힙합계의 김장은이 됐어 우리 음악 말곤 신미래 걸겠어 얼토당토하는 꿈이지만 It's my dream 놀리지 마 Okay, so it's confirmed that they understand that this song is kind of naive and typical, right? And I didn't go too far. So it says, if I ruled the world, sometimes I dream if I ruled the world, I'd first want to go to a realtor. I think that's all of our dreams is like, if we had a significant amount of money, we'd buy a big house, right? Or like a bigger house at the very least. Or a house for the family. Like me, if I ever had a significant amount of money, I'd take care of my family and very, very close friends first, and then I would worry about the things that I need and want. And that's, but that's just me. The house is on the list, man. I'm tired of living in an apartment. I would love to live in a house. He says, and buy a house where I'd live with my family. And it says, yeah, and next, my driver's license has been sleeping in the wardrobe. Now, at this specific point in time, I'm not quite sure if he was old enough to have a driver's license, or maybe it just, he didn't have a car, and that's why it was sleeping in the wardrobe. I don't understand. One would say they have a wardrobe license when they technically I have a driver's license, but practically don't drive. Okay, so that makes sense, yeah. I should wake it up from sleep. I'd buy a 4-wheel drive car and fill her up. You don't necessarily need a 4-wheel drive car. 4-wheel drive cars are for going off-road, unless that's your thing. Which is something I wouldn't really peg Jungi for being interested in, but that's actually pretty neat if he is. Let's see. So even if this kind of thing is too much, I pay it in interest-free installments. Is that so he's basically emphasizing the fact that he doesn't need a 4-wheel drive, but if you're gonna get it, you might as well get it, right? Even if this kind of thing's too much, I'd pay it in interest-free installments, right? Investing in stocks and gambling, I don't want to do such things. So why not invest? Well, I mean, investing in stocks is a bit of a gamble if you don't really know what you're doing, and it requires a lot of work to keep up with the market and make sure you're making the right decisions and stuff. A lot of people think that when you do have a lot of money, investing in stocks is the way to go, and for those of you who have that knowledge and that capability, I say go for it. But if it were me, I would invest in companies and or like buy things that could make me money, like like properties and stuff. Like that would be my go-to, because you'll get your return back within the space of a year or two, and then it'll be pure profit from there on out. But that's just me. And then charities, you gotta give back. Don't ask me why my dream is so small when I'm ruling the world. I, with Bangtan family, am still nonetheless hungry for music. Pretty self-explanatory. I become a Kim Jong-un of the hip-hop scene. A leader of the hip-hop scene, I'm assuming. And censor any music other than ours. Okay. Like, I get it. Like, I understand it, but, why censor? Maybe it's just like a flex, I know it's a dream that doesn't make any sense, but it is my dream. Don't make fun of it. I'm not making fun of it. I guess I don't understand it all. It's like, if that's your version of how you want to spend your money, and it's like, I've got it, let's do it, kind of situation, I'm all for it. But, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of censorship. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe I think I'm just looking too hard into it. But anyway, everybody's got their dreams. Like, what's one ridiculous thing you would buy if you had all the money in the world? Like, think about it. Drop it in the comments for me. If I had all the money in the world, I would buy. Let me think. I'm gonna have to clip this part because, I gotta think about this for a second. Like, if I had all the money in the world, I'd buy a pet giraffe. I'd buy a pet giraffe. I think that'd be cool. It's just me, but I wouldn't be able to keep it here, but I'd buy a pet giraffe. And then they go through the chorus again, which is the typical, hip-hop 90s version song chorus. And then at the end of it, they say, yeah, we know this song doesn't make any sense, but we're just trying to make something out of it, essentially. Alright, we'll come back to it. I want to do the bridge and knock it out so we can close out with a good chorus. Alright, so he says, oh girl, where? Oh God, here. All the girls of the world are in hope world, lined up, even if I blow all of the money. Money makes its way to the goalpost. That is my wallet. Now walk around on the stage without fear. Even if I don't run, the mileage gets accumulated, so I'm going to give these dreams to myself as a gift. Betting the name of Bangtan on it, I shout if I rule the world. So, there really wasn't much context to this part of the song other than the fact that he made a reference to Hope World, and that money going to the wallet is like, he called it the goalpost, kind of comparing it to a sports game reference, essentially, because if you're gonna win if you're going to the goal you're supposed to go to. And then basically, wraps up the simplicity of the song. He said, betting the name of Bangtan on it, I shout. Soon I'm going to give these dreams to myself as a gift, betting the name of Bangtan on it. Then he says, and I walk around on the stage without fear. Even if I don't run, the mileage gets accumulated. So I'm going to give these dreams to myself as a gift. And betting the name of Bangtan on it, I shout if I ruled the world. Man, it's like, so this is like a high hope song, high energy, high hopes. Let's sit down, relax, and daydream for a minute type song. And I think that this is just a feel good song. I think this is just a song, like, as I said before, I think Namjoon just needed to write lyrics to it. And, this is what he came up with. Not a bad jam, definitely a great vibe. Interesting. I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's listen to the rest of the song real quick.
I say run for the money, two for the money. If I rule the world, I do it all. I say run for the money, two for the money. Everybody say hey ho, hey ho, oh. Everybody say hey ho, hey ho, oh. Everybody say hey ho, hey hey ho. 말도 안 된다는 걸 아는데 불러보는 것처럼 난 노래.
I get why the ending's so abrupt now. So interesting listen through. I think that this song, as I said before, I think this song was written just because, like, if I'm going off of the lyrical content, it's just an upbeat, high energy, good tempo song, and it was probably written halfway through, at least halfway through, was written just because, like, it feels like Namjoon was just tired of trying to think of something interesting to sing behind it. But it is cool to think that, you know, even though they are where they are today, they had these aspirations, and that these are the things that they wanted, and the things that they used to daydream about, and, like, if I had the money. And it really touches base with the skit too, you know, when they were talking about how this is what we dreamed about, this is, you know, this is where we are. I feel like that could have been a line that really stuck with RM, you know, after it being said, that, you know, maybe I should write the song about this. And for me, that's where I'm going with this song. I think that's what happened. But I could be off base. I am going to put this on my playlist just because I love the beat. And now that I know what the song's about, it's just, we all been through that, right? We all think about it from time to time. Like, what if I won the lottery? You know, like, that's where your head goes, to those crazy spaces. Like, I mean, who's gonna own a giraffe? You know what I mean? Like, why not? We're gonna buy expensive cars, expensive houses. We're gonna spend our money. That was the goal. They want to live the life that they've always dreamed about. If I had to put it in simple terms, in real basic terms, I feel like this is what their thought process would have been while they were a trainee. This is what they would dream about. This is what they would think about. This is the kind of stuff that would run through their minds, and they just put it on a piece of paper and went with the beat. It's not a bad song. It's not on my top favorites because, like, you know me, I like lyrical content and depth and stuff, and this is not a bad song. It's just, it won't be up there with, like, the top 10 or anything. But overall, pretty decent. I'm gonna see if I can find a live, because I feel like the live would be very interactive, and I feel like the crowd would get into it. So I'm really kind of anxious to see this play out. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find that and tack it on. I hope you guys enjoyed, and sit tight. We shall return. Okay, so I found something. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be able to use it. I hope that I can. I just kind of want to see what this is about. We're gonna check out a live. Hopefully YouTube lets me keep it up. I'm not trying to do anything with this. I just want to see it. And this is a live performance. Let's see how everybody reacts to this. I'm expecting the crowd to be loud. But we'll see. Let's go.
Hey, yo! 준비한 take the let's go! I do it all! Hey, yo, let's go! Okay, for the world! I do it all! Let's go! BTS, give my shit!
If I rule the world, I have it all.
Oh, they got a little bit of choreography going with it. Oh, dude, he was talking about clothing. He's talking about clothing. Alright. And you can tell who's been in the hip-hop scene. Like, you can see Yoongi and Namjoon, they're moving a little bit differently on stage. That's what I was looking for.
내가 만약 세상을 지배한다면 일단 먼저 난 공연 중개사를 찾아가 가족과 함께 살 집을 사고 받기를 그 다음은 내 장롱면허
having a problem seeing their skit here. Right in the car.
우리 음악 말고 시민은 걸겠어 얼토당토 하나 꾸미지만 It's my queen 놀리지마
I don't remember what video it was. I guess it was the We On. Either the We On or the No More or the NO, where they were on stage and it was real stiff. I think that like having some kind of choreography, even if it's just a little bit of choreography, is better than just kind of walking around. That's my opinion. Are these like the first versions of the Army Bombs?
세상의 모든 여자들은 호벌 주섰지 모두 먹니 커트하겠어 너네 지갑이랑 꼴대에 돈이 꺼내 돼지도 겁없이 무대 위 걸어다니지 달리지 않아도 갈수록 살게
There you go, look at footwork.
꿈들을 이제 내게고 선물하겠어 방탄이란 이름 걸고 외쳐 이 버리도
Like I'm observing their stage presence. There you go, Jimin. Alright, I'm gonna cut it there just to kind of avoid the extra content that I'm not quite sure will make it through. But you know, watch the live performance, and I think that's interesting to see their essence on stage is energetic as the song, because like if you're just kind of standing around and it doesn't like fit the mood of the song, and it kind of can throw the vibe off a little bit. So I appreciated that. I loved all their footwork. Alright, this is the first like one of the earlier performances where we've gotten to see them move their feet. J-Hope kind of running that whole footwork vibe, and I wish I knew how to do that. Like that's always been one of the more impressive things to me watching somebody get down on stage, is if they can move their feet real tricky. That is impressive to me. So I like the song. I still stand by what I said. I don't think this is gonna be like in my top 10, but it's not a bad song, and I really like the beat. And I'll make my comparisons throughout this video. I'm pretty sure they've already come up at this point. But hopefully you guys can kind of hear the references to the older songs that they're using for the beat of the song. But overall, not a bad listen. I'm probably gonna cut it off right now and go ahead and do my editing, because I think I got like 4 or 5 videos I gotta get done and get posted on Patreon. But I hope you enjoyed everything. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. Follow my links in the description. We'll be back tomorrow for track number 6, I believe. So we're about halfway through already, man. This is flying by. Flying by. Anyway, I'm getting out of here, you guys. Enjoy the Grammys. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. I will check you guys later.